Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Red Devils Talk, and as you saw in the thumbnail, Ruben Amorim is probably going to be the next Man United manager. We know that Ruud van Nistelrooy will be interim manager, but David Ornstein, The Athletic, Fabrizio Romano, and so many outlets out there have all stated that Man United are working on a deal to bring Ruben Amorim to Manchester United from Sporting. Now, we are playing tomorrow night in the Carabao Cup against Leicester City. We are playing at home, but most likely for that game, it will be Ruud van Nistelrooy on the sidelines, coaching the team, and of course, putting out a starting 11 and, can I say, constructing tactics to get us a win in, shall I say, a much needed type of way to get confidence. And we might see an upturn in form in terms of performances by these players now that Ten Hag is not there anymore. But in terms of a starting 11, I actually won't do a starting 11 that I think would be playing tomorrow night, simply because Ruud van Nistelrooy might have his own ideas and agendas and might have his own way of trying to set up the team, which I find interesting because it is an opportunity for him to show his management credentials and, of course, not necessarily try and be a candidate for the Man United job manager permanently, but at least put in a good performance like a Michael Carrick did, before Erik Ten Hag came in after Ole was sacked. There was two good games against Newcastle and Chelsea, and we done well in those games. And of course, we know Michael Carrick is now at Middlesbrough, etc., etc. But Ruben Amorim, he is seen to be the next man to follow Ten Hag at Manchester United in terms of being the manager. Now, Ruben Amorim is a young coach, and just like Ten Hag, has won titles according to his credentials and what he has shown. And like Ten Hag, he also won trophies in his country that he's playing. He is Portuguese, he's the coach of Sporting, and he won 2 Portuguese league titles, 3 Portuguese, shall I say, league cups, like a Carabao Cup in England, and he's won 1 Portuguese Super Cup, which is basically the charity shield, if you want to put it that way. But those are the trophies that he's won, but that is not the reasons why Man United are looking at him as a manager. It is the way his team plays, the way he has developed players, young players, because Sporting were not a very good team. It was always Benfica and FC Porto fighting for the title, being in the Champions League, etc. And when Ruben Amorim became the manager of Sporting, he won the league title with them twice. And he made a way for the supposed B team players of Sporting become the first team players of Sporting. And we know that a player that we already have in Manuel Ugarte was a very, very important player in Ruben Amorim's team when he won the Portuguese league for the first time. So there could potentially be a reunion and, of course, a breath of fresh air, because Ugarte will be used in a much more different way according to how Ruben Amorim sets up his team. Now, let's speak about that for a few moments. Ruben Amorim is not a manager that sets up with a back 4. That is not the tactics that he likes to play. He sets up with a back 3, either in a 3-4-3, or it can become a 3-5-2 in defense, or if they wanted to push more players into midfield. So we as Man United fans, we can't really say that he's not a manager that's going to work. He's going to work 100% guaranteed. No, it's like Ten Hag. He's coming in, a manager with potential, a manager that can develop young players and develop players to play to a certain level and perform at that level consistently. And of course, he himself will come with his own ideas of how he wants to have Manchester United play. But Jason Wilcox and Dan Ashworth, who in their opinions would like to have Manchester United play a certain style of football, it must be aligning with what Ruben Amorim is wanting to do, because they kind of have a no pause, as they say, in terms of the way they play, because as soon as the ball is lost, they try and get it back again. And also, when we do have the ball, it's quick 1-touch to 2-touch football from the back to the front that can be done based on where players are positioned on the field and how they are finding space in order to exploit their opposition. Now, Ruud van Nistelrooy, interestingly enough, he as well plays with a back three. If you remember his time at PSV Eindhoven, he certainly played with a back three, a 3-5-2. And there is a video out there where he explains why he builds up with a 3 at the back, 5 in midfield, of course, and 2 up front. Now, it's not too different to what Ruben Amorim wants to do, but I'm sure Ruben Amorim will probably want to come in and have his own assistants with him, not being Rene Hack or Ruud van Nistelrooy. So it's interesting to see what will happen there. But as I said, Ruud van Nistelrooy will take charge of the game against Leicester City tomorrow night in the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. And if everything goes smoothly, because one, it has been reported that Ruben Amorim has already said yes to becoming Manchester United manager. He's already agreed verbally to the contract that has been offered to him, being a 3-year contract. And it is now just the negotiations between Man United and Sporting in terms of a compensation fee and the release clause in his Sporting contract, which is about 10 million euro, roughly brings it around to about 8 or 9 million pounds. That basically means that he will be coming with immediate effect if there is an agreement between the two clubs to have Ruben Amorim come to Manchester United. So there could be a situation or a scenario of Ruud van Nistelrooy taking charge tomorrow night, and then by the weekend when we face Chelsea, Ruben Amorim could already be announced as the Manchester United manager. If it doesn't happen that fast, Ruud van Nistelrooy will continue to take over and be in charge for the game on the weekend against Chelsea as well. I am excited for a coach like Ruben Amorim, but I was just as excited the same way that I was with Erik ten Hag. So we will see if he does become Manchester United manager, but it does look like he will be. I mean, like I said, he already verbally agreed, so it's just the clubs that have to agree the compensation fee. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe did say that they will pay to get a manager that they want at Manchester United. So Ruben Amorim probably will be the next Manchester United manager. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys for joining me in today's video. And of course, enjoy the game tomorrow. And let's see what news will come out based on Ruben Amorim becoming the new Manchester United manager as the days go on. Have a wonderful day further, Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.